Shem Angel 54, Nithael. Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. This is Taliesin McKnight, and today we've reached the final Shem Angel associated with Sagittarius. It governs the last 5 degrees of Sagittarius, the time, if you're following the sun through the tropical zodiac, the time right before the winter solstice. Nithael. This angel is associated with authority and power. Authority and power. And where this comes out in practice within the office, it could be that you yourself would like to reach a higher station in your job or profession. Maybe you want to reach a higher station. Or it may be that you're having problems with someone in a position of authority and you would like to make the situation a little bit better, right? Let's say that your problem is a boss or someone in a higher position and you need this Shem Angel to kind of help you to interact with this person or to deal with this person. Also, very common with the 72 Shem Angels is this idea of order. These are not angels of chaos and disorder, but of order. So there's also an idea that this angel can help you to maintain your position. Let's say that others are coming after your position. It can help you to maintain it. So basically an idea of authority and power. Maybe you yourself would like to reach a higher position. Maybe you're dealing with someone in a position of authority. And maybe you're trying to maintain your position. And then also, this angel is associated with scholars and reputation and scholars and learning. So it could also help you to shine in really in whatever that whatever your profession or your passion, this angel can help you to shine. Okay. I often say this, I want each person to come to their own conclusion. In my opinion, if you're working with the 72 Shem Angels, I would just make sure that what you ask for is just. But that is just my personal opinion. And by the way, I highly recommend that people create a prayer rope or whatever you want to call it, where you can do the recitation of the 72 names, the 72 psalm verses, the 72 divine attributes. And I'm going to explain a very simple way that you can make, this could be used for meditation or anything. I'm going to show you how to make a prayer rope for working with the Shem Angels. So basically it's very simple. You can go to Amazon and you can get like this rope. It can be any color. Honestly, for the Shem Angels, I would probably do white for light, but whatever. We have red today. And I recommend getting a spindle because you may want to make more of these. You may want to make some for your friends. And it may be that you're unhappy with what you made and you want to redo it. It's perfectly fine if you mess up, if it's not consecrated yet, to just throw it away and start over, as long as it's not consecrated. So what you're going to need is a spindle like this. Probably you're going to need a couple of yards, but whatever. It's very simple. Very simple. All right. I'm going to go into this angel, of course, as well. All that you need to create a prayer rope, it's very simple. It is just one single knot, okay? It's not going to come undone. You don't double knot it. Just one knot, just like that. Make a very small space and do it again like a simple knot, all right? And then as you're pulling it, you can kind of space it. Now there's 2 of them, right? So you're just going to do this 72 times. Why 72? 72 is a number obviously associated with the Shem Angels. All right? Just a single knot. And what you're going to do is you're going to do this 71 times, and the 72nd knot is going to be tying the two ends together. So tying the two ends together will be the 72nd knot. Again, just a single knot. Do you see that? And when you close your eyes or you pray or you recite the Shem angel names, the attributes, the psalm verses, you can follow your hands along the rope. Again, one more time, very simple. It's not double knotted, no, one knot. It will not come undone. All right. Very simple. Just a single knot. All right. And pull it. There you go. So you would do this 71 times, and like I can very clearly feel where you are in this. So 71 times. The 72nd knot is going to be when you tie the ends together, right? And this I would double knot, okay? You can even fray the ends, or you could put like little charms, or you could put something on the end so you know you reach the end of your meditation, okay? So very simple. You're going to do 71 knots. You just space them out. You don't want your fingers to have to reach real far to get to the next knot, because that's just distracting. You may find yourself second guessing where you are on it, right? And you just want them far enough away that it's easy to knot. So very simple. Just a single knot. And that is how you could start working with the contemplative or meditative approach for working with the 72 angels of the Shem Ha Mephiresh. Again, you just get a rope. Very simple. And it's just one, it's not a double knot, it's one single knot. Boom. It will never come undone. And then you'll have this very simple skill from now on. From now on, you'll know how to do this. Okay, and you can really do this with any spirits and magic. So, not directly related with this particular Shem angel, but I just wanted to throw that in my videos. I actually made a Patreon video about that, but I figured that I'd go ahead and, because it's important, you know, very useful. One more time, very simple knot, just a single knot, all right, and then we just, boom, that's it. It will never come undone. It is that easy. And what you would do is you would recite the Shem angel name, the psalm verse, the divine attribute. Go to the next one. Shem angel name, psalm verse, divine attribute. On to the next one. Shem angel name. And what this does, because oftentimes we're just talking to the spirits or the deities or whatever, the angels, but there is a connecting at the heart level, at a deeper level than just speaking. Okay, we're not just speaking at the spirits as an object or like a vending machine, right? The heart begins to be pulled upward itself. Okay, in our spiritual, we become more and more close to the angels and perhaps more angelic. So this is the meditative way or the contemplative approach for working with the Shem angels. So there's the way of magic, with full like scrying mirrors, or you can do astral projection, lots of things. And then there is the simple method of prayer, light a candle, burn a little incense. And then there's the meditative way. And I think all of these can go together. This is something that can inform your Shem angel practice. But anyways, so I highly recommend this. Just get a spindle of rope like this, and you'll be able to make a Shem angel thing. It can be any color. For some reason, I always like to use the color white, like light, right? And purity. But anyways, we're talking about Shem angel 54, Nithael. There is no th sound like th in Hebrew. It is not Nithael. Absolutely not. Just like it's not Malkuth and Kether. For some reason, when we write the name in English, it's like a th, but it's really Nithael. It's not Nithael, it's Nithael. So this is Shem angel 54. Governs the last quinary of Sagittarius, the last 5 degrees. This angel has to do with authority and power. Maybe you're trying to be elevated in your position. Maybe you're dealing with someone that's in a position of power and you're having issues. And maybe you want to maintain your position. Nithael governs 25 to 30 degrees of Sagittarius. The divine attribute is God, the King of Heaven. So once again, you get this idea of rulership, of kingship, okay, of power. So Nithael, the divine attribute, is God, the King of Heaven. And you know, the heavens are above us. It kind of gets this idea of kingship or rulership, right? So Nithael, the divine attribute, is God, the King of Heaven. Athanasius Kircher's Oedipus Aegyptiacus, published in 1654. The Latin is Deus Rex Coelestis. Deus Rex Coelestis, which just means God, the King of Heaven. I mean, you could use Latin if you want. I think English is just fine. You know, it really just depends on your own personal, like what resonates with you in this regard. So Nithael, authority and power. The divine attribute, God, the King of Heaven. And the Psalm verse is very fitting. In the Masoretic text, it is Psalm 103, verse 19. The Lord hath prepared his throne in the heavens, and his kingdom rules over all. So once again, God, the King of Heaven, is the divine attribute. The Psalm verse, the Lord has prepared his throne in the heavens, and his kingdom rules over all. Again, rulership, dominion. The Lord has prepared his throne in the heavens, and his kingdom rules over all. So the office, as I said, is rulership, power. So let's take a look at what Lazare Lenain's Science of the Kabbalah has to say about this angel. It says, this genius rules over emperors, kings, princes, and all civil and ecclesiastical dignities. So what is that saying? Emperors, kings. This angel rules over kings. These are people in positions of power. You could say in a modern context, it could be a boss. It could be any position of authority, right? This genius rules emperors, kings, princes, and all civil and ecclesiastical dignities. He watches over legitimate dynasties and the stability of empires. This is very important. He watches over legitimate dynasties and the stability of empires. Again, this isn't to do with chaos, it's to do with order. He gives a long and peaceful reign to princes who have recourse to him, and protects all who wish to maintain their positions. The person born under this influence will become famous for his or her writings and eloquence. So there's this idea of knowledge. The person born under this influence refers to a birth angel. The person born under this influence will become famous for his or her writings and eloquence, and will have a great reputation among scholars, will be distinguished by his or her virtues, and merit the trust of superiors. So clearly there's this idea of authority, maybe of elevating your status. It governs dignities. Of maintaining your position if you already have it, and also in, let's say you're having an issue with someone in a state of authority, okay? Now, I am just talking about my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. But I think that I would be careful asking for some things with the Shem angels. By the way, they can say no. They can tell you no to a request. But I found it to be very rare. But I would make sure that what you ask for is just. Do you really deserve to be higher in a position? I mean, if you're showing up late to work and you don't really care about your job, you're just like, yeah, I'd like some status and power. That's probably not the thing to ask for. Now, if you really care about your job and you really care about it and you want deals with just rulership, you feel like you can do a better job, maybe then this is what to ask for with the angel. And then the Divine Cabal, Welcome Manuscript 3203 is what I'm quoting. It says Nithael, again, not Nithael, Nithael. Nithael governs from the 16th of December to the 20th inclusively. Depends on the year, because it's the quinaries of the zodiac, right? The verse from whence is derived his name, and this is using the Septuagint numbering, is the 119th verse of the 102nd Psalm instead of 103rd in the Masoretic. The Lord in heaven will prepare his seat, and his kingdom will prevail over all. And also you seem to get like a sky aspect. Now all of these things, it's like a jump start. All of this information about the angel is not the end-all be-all. It is a starting point to where you can establish contact, and then the angels will guide you in their natures and working with them. So the key is that just like a grimoire itself is really a grammar. Grimoire comes from grammar. They're grammars of magic. It's the ABCs of magic. It just kind of gets you started to where you can make contact, and then that spirit contact is what will carry you further. Okay? And there are many methods of working with the Shem angels. And what I talked about today, I highly recommend, right? 71 knots, the 72nd knot, you just tie the ends together. If you mess up, you can throw it away, as long as it's not consecrated. Consecration. Sprinkle it with blessed water, run it through the incense, pray over it. Very simple. Consecrations don't have to, in this case, part of the consecration in this particular case comes through its use. Okay? But I highly recommend having some type of a prayer rope that can help you with the contemplative approach, to help to elevate the soul, to bring us closer to the realm of angels. Okay, we're not just speaking to the angel with our mouths, we're beginning to speak with our heart. Okay, it's not just the outermost, but the innermost as well. We're not just going around the outside of the cup, we're going to its center and our core. We ourselves, perhaps our heartbeats begin to beat with resonance with the angels. Metaphorically speaking, we ourselves begin to connect with them in a way that perhaps we could spread a little bit more light in the world, a little bit more positivity and goodness. So, and that's always good. So anyways, that is Shem Angel 54, Nithael. So, and by the way, early happy winter solstice. Saturnalia began today, a little bit of a different topic. But yeah, anyway, single knot, boom. Okay, it's not double knots. And then it's very simple. Again, you don't want the knot so spaced that you have to like reach for the next one. That's distracting. You want to be able to do it with no problem, okay? You want them far enough away to where you can actually knot it without it being a pain. But that's just a very simple thing. I recommend that people try this out. Very easy, very useful, right? And my recommendation is to use this for no other purpose. What is a consecration? It is an infusion with divine power, but it is also a dedication to a specific purpose. Once you have a prayer rope for the 72 Shem angels, I would not use it to meditate with any other thing. I would not use it for any other purpose except for Shem angel workings. That's just my recommendation. You could always make more of these to do other practices, right? I would do it just for working with the Shem angels. So I haven't talked a whole lot about kind of a contemplative way, but in a way I found it to be the deepest, right? And that's a way that we can bring the Shem angels into our daily lives, as kind of a personal devotion. So that is it for Shem Angel 54, Nithael. Please keep up the great work, pun intended, and we need to keep cycling through. If anyone has stopped or paused, it's okay to just pick up where you left off, okay? I don't want people to feel like they failed if they stop for a while. Just keep going, all right? Just start over. Just not start over. Okay, but But just continue the work. If you stopped, let's say a month ago, just pick it up now. It's okay to just pick up where we currently are and to just keep going. All right. So I just say that because I've noticed in the comments there are a few people that are like trying to get back into it and they're really not sure how to go about that. How do you go about it? You just do it. They're not going to be like, I haven't seen you in a while. I'm not talking to you. It's not like that. You're fine. Again, a single knot. You're not doing double knots. All right? Very simple. It will not come undone. And as you have this approach, it helps you to connect with the angels, right? Once you're done, tie the ends. Once you have the ends tied together, you can put a charm there. You can put some type of a symbol, whatever resonates with you, and this will let you know that you've reached the 72 number. All right, so that is it for Shem Angel 54, Nithael, and I will see y'all in the next video. All right, have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much.